Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to beat the Empires of the Undergrowth level 2 Queen of the Hill on Impossible difficulty, which is the hardest difficulty, with challenge mode on. So let's get started. First off, we're going to be using mortar wood ants instead of rapid fire. Rapid fires are generally better, but the mortars are better for this level. And you'll see why soon. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is clear out a few little chambers
and colonies have established themselves on this beach
and dig out this food. So we're going to go for the food first, and okay, hang on, they're all going for there. I need you to collect the food first. At least enough to get all 7 workers.
Seemingly aware of their circumstances, these colonies are preparing to relocate to higher ground. There is only one way up the bank.
Alright, there we go. So now we're going to dig out this big area down here, and we're going to fill it with workers.
It will be 3 days before the high tide washes.
The reason we need to get a ton of workers right off the bat is because we want to collect as many aphids as possible on the first day as we can. Because on Impossible difficulty, the ladybugs are way more aggressive, so we're basbasically not going to get any aphids after the first day, so we want to get as many as we can before that happens. We're going to wait until all of the eggs are planted here before we leave. I'm going to just tell them to open the exit. Okay, 8 of 8 larvae, that's good. If you hover over the brood chamber, it'll tell you how much larvae is planted down. So now we're going to send them out to the aphid farms. Turn off combat, otherwise they'll get distracted by the tiger beetle larvae.
This roofer colony need not starve. The plant life growing nearby is home to herds of gray aphids.
They're not gray, they're brown. I don't know why they're called that.
These tiny insects excrete droplets of honeydew, which the wood ants find irresistible. They need only protect the aphids from danger to receive a constant supply of sugary liquid. Doing so is not always simple, however. Hungry ladybird beetles know exactly where the aphids like to graze. They can strip an unguarded stem bare in a mere matter of minutes. The ants will need to keep a close watch over their flock.
Once I got enough food to finish placing all of these worker tiles down, I'm going to tell the crown group, that's these 7 soldiers or 7 workers you start. Hold on.
They must watch their step. The voracious predators are difficult to see.
The voracious predators are not difficult to see. Look at this. They stand out like a sore thumb. But anyway, once I finish planting all these, or placing all these, I'm going to tell these guys, which people call the crown workers, I'm going to put them over there, and they're going to start digging this out and planting eggs down here. Meanwhile, this group is going to still be collecting aphid juice, which is called honeydew, by the way. I keep forgetting that. By the way, I'm going to be calling the melee wood ants tanks and the range wood ants gunners, and I'm also going to be calling honeydew aphid juice, just because I have trouble remembering the names of things. So I just call it whatever happens to spring to mind at the moment. Whatever pops into my frond. So we should be getting a lot more eggs soon. A lot more workers, hopefully. 10. It's annoying that the little tooltip disappears as soon as you move the mouse. Almost there. 13. Right, excellent. We're getting very close. Now, I'm either going to put this in the description or I'm going to edit into the video itself, but I'm going
An ant has
to
fallen victim to a beetle lava trap. They must watch their
I'm going
step.
to
The voracious
put
predators are
timestamps
difficult to
for
see and
when
lightning
each
fast.
event happens, like when a colony attacks you, when nighttime comes, when nighttime ends, when both colonies attack you, things like that. So that way you can know exactly when everything's going to happen. So if you start a stopwatch, a timer, at the
More ants have been
very
caught
beginning
by
of the
tiger
level,
beetle larvae
then
lying in
you'll know
wait.
exactly when everything is going to happen, so you can prepare for it. That's not necessary, but like you don't need to do that, but it might help you if you're having trouble.
Black ants are heading inland.
Alright, we're being tagged now.
High-ground roofer
You'll notice I
colony
haven't made any
must
tanks
defend their
yet.
territory.
That's because I'm going to use my workers as tanks for the first bit. Oh, also, these tiger beetle larvae, they'll actually go for the enemy ants as well, so they can distract them and split them up a bit, which is really nice.
The battle has begun.
Right now, let's go to this aphid pile. You can get quite a lot of food from the aphids, but it's just too difficult to defend them, especially with mortars. And again, you can use rapid fires to beat this level on Impossible, but it's incredibly difficult. It's a lot more difficult than using mortars. And the reason we want to use mortars, I don't remember if I've said this yet, but
The roofer colony on
the reason we
low
want to
ground
use
sending
mortars is
troops
because
to
at level
clear a path
3,
for their queen.
they gain an area of effectability, which is really helpful against enemy ant colonies, which is what we're going to mainly be fighting here. As you can see, that tiger beetle larva is helping us out, splitting up the enemy groups.
The battle has begun.
That's really nice. Also, the ants are going to kill some of the tiger beetle larvae too, so that kind of helps us in a way as well. Alright, these guys are retreating into their nests. That means nighttime is almost here. By the way, look at this. These fish have 15,000 food, and they're right next to the enemy nests. How are they losing if they have access to that much food? 15,000. That's quite a lot. And I forgot to place my stuff. Oh, dang! I turned combat on. See, you don't want to do that, or they'll get distracted by the tiger beetles. So now that I have a good amount of gunners, I'm going to start upgrading them. We're going to keep looting these aphids until the nighttime enemies start coming out and making it hard to do so.
And with it, it brings a host of nocturnal predators out onto the beach.
Yeah, the nocturnal predators. Once those guys start showing up, we're going to have to go inside.
Precious aphids unguarded. It is a difficult choice for this colony. Face the peril out in the open, or hide away and risk losing their only reliable source of food.
It's funny that he calls it their only reliable source of food. It's really not. In fact, it's the least reliable because you have to defend it. All the other sources of food are way more reliable.
Tiger beetle larvae lying in wait.
Alright, so now that we are done harvesting the aphids, we are going to do some fighting underground. First place we're going to dig out is this place. We're going to take out these little guys. There's also some free food right here behind the nest entrance, and you can get that before you even go outside. Maybe I should have done that, but I don't know, it seems to be working out pretty well anyway. Can make some food stores. You generally want around 800 to 900 food stores by the end of the level, but we don't need that many to start out with. This should be plenty for now. We can always upgrade it later, expand the storage. Once you get a few gunners, that's when you want to start focusing more on upgrading them rather than just making new ones, because the upgrades will give you much more of a benefit against the enemy ant colonies than just making new ants. Now we're going to unearth this adult coach horse larvae. Adult larvae, yeah, that's not. This adult devil's coach horse. And you'll notice that we have now run out of the ability to upgrade. So we are going to expand this out now. Unless I waited until night to make any soldiers. As I said, that's because right now we have plenty of workers to act as soldiers, and these first few fights aren't that difficult. Now, when I do start making soldiers, or melee soldiers, I'm going to put them here by the nest entrance, because that way, after they die, when they respawn, they'll respawn right at the entrance, which is where we're going to be fighting, so they can get right into the battle immediately.
Predators are loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
Let's see. Got 2 level 3s right now, that's good. But I'm going to start making some soldiers now. You want to get the food that's closest to your queen first. And also the food that's closest to, the food that's easiest to get, because the cabins with the least enemies, that's what I'm saying. I can't speak.
There are intruders in the nest.
I think that should be enough tanks for now. After I collect all this and upgrade these guys some more, I'm going to stop actually collecting the food. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on fighting at night, and then when day comes, I will collect the food that I have unearthed. So we're going to turn food collection off now.
There are intruders in the nest.
So see this food, we're going to leave it there, and we're going to spend our time fighting the enemies. That way, once daytime comes, all we have to do is collect the food. And the reason that's a good idea is because in daytime, you have to worry about being invaded by the enemy ants, and you don't want to have to be in a fight while you're doing that. But it's fairly safe to just go collect food during the daytime. So as long as you have enough ants to actually break through and unearth and fight and defend all these chambers, then we should be okay. I've actually made 2 videos on this level before. First one was beating it without using aphids at all, which was incredibly easy because I was on medium difficulty, and I drastically overestimated how difficult it was going to be. We are actually going to get a little bit of this food, specifically the food that's way back here. Once all the ants get there, we will turn food gathering on, and they're going to collect some of it. We're getting the ones that are farther from the nest first because
dawn breaks, and the battle for the high ground will
takes longer to get to.
Many aphids were eaten in the night. The high ground colony must ration their food carefully.
I'm gonna try and get some more level 3s here. Get some speed tiles so we can fully upgrade as many of these tiles as possible. And we're going to dig part way to some of these tunnels, or part way to some of these chambers. Or should I do that? Let's do it
The
there.
Fusca colony is sending a wave of warriors to clear a path for their
Alright, let's send them up here to defend. See, look at this. There's like no aphids. There's like 2, and neither of them have any juice right now. Why is there food at the entrance to the nest? I don't remember collecting that. Oh, they also attack ladybugs too, which is really nice. They're still fighting! Make sure combat's on. You can easily lose a good run to that. There's only 2 of them left. Never mind, there's none left now. So now we're just going to go ahead and collect this food, because it's pretty close to the queen. We can get back to the entrance pretty quickly. Look at the... Yeah, see, if you look at the map, as soon as the enemies start leaving their nest, you want to head back to the entrance.
The Roofer colony are sending another assault. They are desperate to reach higher ground.
The irony here is that they don't have to actually attack us in order to survive. They can literally just walk right past us and go somewhere else. They don't need our nest. They can just go somewhere else. Also, you'll notice they never fight each other on the same team. And the enemy Rufa ants, the enemy wood ants, they all actually have access to both mortar and rapid fire ants, which is interesting. Makes me jealous because I want that. That'd be really fun if you could do that. Hopefully they add like a New Game Plus or something where you can do that. Where you can do that. Okay, we're starting to run low on food. Don't get too upgrade happy and spend too much of your food. It's tempting to just, when I get bored during the day, I always want to just spend food just for something to do, but that's not really a good idea.
More black ants are emerging from the Fusca nest.
So there's 2 waves from each nest on the second day, and I think from all the other days. After the first day, all the days have 2 waves from each nest, I believe. Again, that will be either edited into the beginning of the video or in the pinned comment or description. One of those.
Themselves.
So even though we don't have that many gunners, the fact that a lot of them are upgraded really helps. Look at this! None of them are harvesting this fish. Absolutely brain dead. I mean, it's good, because if they did harvest all those fish and stuff, then we wouldn't stand a chance. Yeah, the narrator tells you when you're getting attacked, but he only says it after they've already sent the warriors out of their nest. See? They were already over here before the narrator warned us. So, it's good to keep an eye on at least the mini-map.
The battle has begun.
Now, it's actually a good idea to have all your ants group up here at the entrance to prevent the enemy ants from spreading out. You might think that you should put your tank ants over here and your gunners over here, so the tanks are the only ones that get hit. But if you do that, then you'll have to move your gunners over here, then back, which has a bit of a delay before they get close enough to actually fight the enemy. And also, that allows them to separate their tanks and gunners, and you want all of their tanks and gunners to be in the same place so you can take advantage of your area of effect.
Night falls, and a temporary truce emerges between the warring colonies. Once again, the high ground wood ants must make a choice. Do they defend the aphids, or will they hide, resting their forces until the morning?
We're hiding underground, yeah, but we're not resting our forces. We got work to do. And also, it's not a tough choice at all. There's literally no aphids left, even. Okay, there's like 4, and that number is going to go down very soon.
Predators are loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
The wood ants are actually a lot better at fighting in narrow corridors than all the other ants because of the ranged ability. They don't actually have to be right next to the enemy to attack them, so they don't have near as much of a penalty for fighting in narrow corridors. All the other ants, you need to, for maximum efficiency, you need to surround the enemy to be able to deal the best amount of damage to them. But not the wood ants, which is really nice. We should actually probably do this one first, or next.
There are intruders in the nest.
Technically, we're intruding into their nest, but whatever. Kind of funny they just sit there. They're just encased in dirt and stone, and they just sit there doing nothing. Like, are they hibernating or something? They don't even have a way to get to the surface. They have food stored in here, so I assume they're hibernating, but they just sit there. They don't go and, you know, hunt or anything like that. Now we're going to go over here. You don't have to open the chambers in the exact order I'm doing, but generally you want to get the closer ones first so you can expand your army, which also allows you to harvest a lot more, a lot faster, which will speed things up later on. We're not actually going to make more than 19 gunners. Once they're all upgraded to level 3, that should be enough to beat the game. After that, we're just going to focus on making tanks. So we're going to need a lot of tanks. And then once we have enough tanks, we're just going to try and get as much food as possible. By then we should be able to beat the game, so... It's a big hermit crab. Also got some spiders. You shouldn't have to worry about spiders and hermit crabs in this level because you're not going to be going down there very much. You'll notice we're doing quite a lot of damage now, which is really good. Oh, look at this. The water, yeah. The water is, it's inside the enemy nest. Almost done upgrading all these. Very close.
There are intruders in the nest.
Okay, see what I'm doing here? My ants are kind of trickling in. I should have had them conglomerate over here somewhere so all of them would attack at once. Because the first few that arrived here were basically toast without any backup. Oh, and let's turn combat off. Because we don't want to harvest this food quite yet.
Predators are loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
This is the most annoying chamber because it's so far away. It just takes a long time to get to and to get all the food and get all the enemies done. Especially since there's 3 separate chambers. It's here, here, and then there's here, and you have to go through those 2 to get to the last one. Those 2. Now I'm going to turn food collection on. We're also going to upgrade our food store now. $410 is not going to be enough. Even if we max that out, that won't be enough to regenerate all our soldiers on the last day. Wondering if maybe I should go outside and try and kill some of these guys. These guys don't actually give very much food. The big guys only give, I think, 21 food. And the little guys only give 6.
And the battle for the high ground will soon continue.
Meanwhile, down here there's units of like 10 food, 15 food. So it's a lot more worth it. More worth it. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3 little guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 big guys. Alright, so I'm gonna go there next, but I'm gonna wait for the other colony to attack me first. That might be a good idea.
More black ants are emerging from the Fusca nest.
Yes. You'll notice these are kind of in like a smiley face almost, except without the eyes. Sometimes the tiger beetle larvae are in funny little positions. Also, in this level, they're only at the aphid nests. You see, this guy's not attacking them because they're all in a big group. They're all too close together for him to attack.
The battle has begun.
Hopefully we can kill these guys before the wood ants show up.
There are intruders in the nest.
We don't even need to collect the food, we just need to kill these guys. Okay, looks like we got time, that's good. Cool, we have time to collect food and kill them.
More soldiers are emerging from the Rufa nest.
By the way, if you didn't know, you can right-click on the minimap to make a pheromone marker. So if you want to do that quickly, then that's how you do that. Once I start going outside, I'll stop using my workers as tanks. See, you'll notice we're doing quite a lot of damage to them. That's because of the area of effect. Because every single one of our ants has that. It's useful because individual ants don't have all that much health. So the splash damage is actually pretty significant. So we're going to get attacked once more or twice more. One of the two. I don't remember which. Tomorrow's going to be the last night, so for that we're going to be going outside to kill enemies.
Both lower ground colonies are now sending out armies at the same time.
Come on, Tiger Beetle. Help me out here. There we go. And he didn't do much.
The ants must defend themselves.
I always check to make sure combat's turned on before every fight. Well, not always, but sometimes. It's a good habit to get into. The wood ants are definitely a lot stronger, a lot harder to fight off than the black ants. So I don't know if they're going to do another attack today or if that was the last one. You'll know that because I'll have put that in here. Look at this, they just conglomerate around areas that have nothing there. I mean, it's not like they can go get these fish, but they could at least come here and try and get the aphids or something. Okay, we're getting attacked again. By a lot of enemies.
Black ants and wood ants are heading from their nests to the high ground.
The black ants are further away, so... generally you don't have to fight them both at once if you can kill them fast enough.
The ants
Unless they get delayed like that, which is actually a problem. I'm only getting 20 FPS here. This game actually isn't that well optimized, but I mean, I guess that makes sense because it's a real-time strategy game with tons of units. Where are all my tanks? What's going on? I have food. I'm not sure what's going on here. Well, that was bad. That was actually very close. Where'd all my tanks go? That was bizarre. Alright, well now we're going to dig this out. We're not going to collect the food from it yet, though. Instead, we're just going to, we're going to kill the enemies, but we're going to leave the food there and collect that tomorrow. Because it's almost nighttime. We want to get as many enemies from the surface as we can.
Night falls, and a temporary truce emerges between the warring colonies. Once again, the high ground wood ants must make a choice. Do they defend the aphids, or will they hide, resting their forces until the morning?
A lot of the stuff the narrator says is just like flavor text, like talking about resting their forces, because the units don't actually need to sleep. I don't know if ants sleep in real life. I know that sharks sleep. I don't know if ants sleep. Alright, we're getting some of these larvae here. We're actually going to turn food gathering off. I don't know about ants. So.
The beetle larvae hiding in their burrows are eating well. Every ant lost to them diminishes the colony.
Yeah, that's how math works. It's funny that he says that. I don't remember if I mentioned this in the previous video, but they were originally going to make the challenge mode be ant lions, but that was... I assumed the reason they didn't do it was because it was too hard to code randomly spawning ant lions, because their nests are these huge pits instead of just these little burrows. And I assume that'd be difficult to just have randomly generate. We're actually going to take our workers inside so we don't lose any more of them. That'll be a drain on our food. I feel like there's more enemies on the left side, on the left aphid nest, rather than the right one. But I don't know for sure. At any rate, we're going to head over there now. Oh my gosh, leave the ladybugs alone. Leave the ladybugs alone. It's not like you can do much to them. It's not like you're gonna... There's not really many aphids left to defend here. And for some reason we only have like 5 tanks out here. I don't know what's going on. I really do not have enough tanks to be comfortable with. Make a few more. Hopefully they'll help reduce losses and help me save a little bit of food later on. How much food's over here? Looks like a couple hundred. That's good. One of the problems with going out here to fight is that
The beetle larvae
the
hiding in
beetle
your burrows
larvae
are eating well.
tend to
Every
distract the
ant
ants,
lost
and they
them
usually can't
diminishes the
kill them
colony.
very efficiently. Beetle larvae only eat ants. They don't eat anything else because they're not big enough to do that.
Tiger beetle larvae lying in wait.
Alright, we're getting dangerously low on food. So once we kill all these larvae, we're going to actually turn on food collection. I'm going to turn off combat, turn on food collection, and hopefully we'll get enough here. The reason I'm leaving these corpses here is because I can collect them after the night's over. I want to spend most of the night doing the actual killing. Oh goodness, that's a lot of dudes. I'm getting a good amount of food now, which is really good. I'm starting to feel more confident. Turn combat back on. Probably turn off food collection. 890 food should be enough. It should be plenty to get through, assuming we can get that much. As long as we don't spend any more, I think we should be okay. We should be okay. Should as in ought to, not as in probably will. Right, collect all this food now. Oh, we killed a ladybug. That's cool. Yeah, ladybugs drop 10 food if you can kill them, but it's pretty difficult too. It's a lot easier with rapid fires, though.
Last night's high tide was dangerously close to the low ground nests.
Dangerously
Today
close.
is their
You
last
could
chance
say
to
that.
make it.
You
The
could
ants
say
must
that,
prepare
yes.
for their final battle.
I would
Many
indeed
aphids
call
were
that
eaten in the
dangerously
night.
close.
Food will be scarce.
Okay, now these guys are actually going to come up here and hang out around the aphid nest, so I want to get this food as quickly as possible and bring it inside. Yes, we got the ladybug. That's all we needed. So now that I'm safe in here, I can go back to collecting this food. See, waiting until morning to collect that food ensures that we made the most out of the night. Now it looks like a real smiley face. There's the eyes, the mouth.
A large black ant force has been sent from the Fuska nest.
Alright, turn on combat. Looks like we're going to have some extra food. That's great. It's nice that the food stores are right next to the entrance, because that way I can, when I'm collecting food, the ants automatically go, they pass by the entrance, so if we get attacked while that's happening, they'll still be able to fight and defend the nest. Hopefully that's going to be enough to fill up our food stores. And excellent.
More wood ants
1,010
towards the
food.
high ground colony.
That should be good enough.
The battle has begun.
Yeah, we can kill them pretty much almost as soon as they enter the nest, which is really nice. Prevents them from grouping up and causing a ton of damage. Gonna turn food collection back on just so we can pick up the last few stray bits of food. Yeah, at this point, you only want to spend food if you get enough to the point where you can't fit it all into your storage. Otherwise, don't do that. There's not a specific number of soldiers that you need, so just... Oh, I need literally one more food. There's a little 4 over there. Doesn't really matter that much.
Both
Alright,
lower
there's
ground colonies are now sending out armies at the same time.
one more wave after this. There's one more wave, and then that's this wave, and then we're going to have the final wave where both colonies will attack us at once, and they will attack us in huge numbers. Fortunately, our our mortars with the area of effect are doing quite a lot of damage. Kind of shredding through the enemies once they get situated. Having these extra workers also helps to, it also helps make it so, oh hey, another smiley face. It makes it so they'll replant the eggs faster. Because sometimes you'll have enough food, but the eggs won't have been replanted fast enough, so they can't respawn. Alright, here we go.
The day is almost over. The low ground is already starting to flood. The lower ground nests are emptying completely, and the ants are rushing up the bank. This is their final assault.
And the Chad Tiger Beetles are helping out. Excellent. Even the ladybug's doing some work. Even got their queens here. Yeah, see, they could have just walked past me and they'd be just fine, but no, they decided to pick a fight.
The queen is in imminent danger.
Fortunately, the enemy queens cannot actually attack your queen. Just in case, I'm going to put some of these workers here. There we go. That should be enough. Now I'm just going to kill the enemy queens and we'll finish the level. Oh, they're not told to actually go over there. The queen is in imminent danger, yet these guys don't attack at all. And everything down here has flooded.
The wood ants upon the hill have finally defeated their would-be successors. Tomorrow their empire will expand to the undefended intertidal flats below, commanding both the aphid farms and the bounty of the sea. This colony will rise to become an undeniable power in the Undergrowth.
And there we go. We have beaten Queen of the Hill. And my dog has perfect timing. So we're going to collect the royal jelly. I would recommend doing that every single time, because that's the thing that helps you the most. And in the next videos, I'm going to do the Form Carrying Challenge 2, and then we're going to move on to the Tier 3 levels. And then eventually Formcarium Challenge 3, Tier 4, and so on once
How is
the
the colony
final
The Queen is
tier
exhibiting
has been
interest in
introduced.
news. I believe the colony is beginning to adapt.
I have so much food and I can't fit any of it into my inventory right now. So that's kind of funny. That's funny. So that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please tell me if this was helpful at all. And if it wasn't, please tell me that. And please tell me why and what I can do to fix it. And hopefully I will see you next time. That's it. Have a good day. Bye.